Hello everyone, we are from Group A in auditing class. Today we are going to present to you about auditing final project. In this case, we choose a company from Indonesia, PT Garuda Indonesia. Now, first, understanding the client's business and industry. So, industry and external environment. Risks that can affect the assessment of the auditor of client business risks, or in other words, inherent risk. So first, a limited number of key personnel to recruit and train new workers, although it is believed by the company that job seekers will increase due to promising benefits and facilities. There is stiff competition between the cost and set by each company. Garuda Indonesia debt and payment of the company's fixed obligation of Garuda, which will affect the smooth execution of the company's growth strategy, use of significant cash flows from business activities, total interest expense, placement of the company's competitive rate, and distribution of dividends. And the last one, interest expense can have a negative impact on the company's profitability due to the interest rate on the company's debt balance in the future will reduce the company's margins, so that it has negative impact on business continuity and the company's financial condition and liquidity. The next slide is about business operations and process. So the main source of income for PT Garuda Indonesia comes from a scheduled flight for both international and domestic customers. The main consumers of PT Garuda Indonesia are people who use flight services owned by Garuda Indonesia Airline, both for domestic and international flight. PT Garuda Indonesia carried more than 1 million passengers in December 2020. Based on data from PT Garuda Indonesia Sustainability Report of 2020, PT Garuda Indonesia cooperates with 51 suppliers from within the country and 8 suppliers from abroad for the procurement of goods, while for the procurement of services, PT Garuda Indonesia cooperates with 58 suppliers from within the country and 37 suppliers from abroad. Next, management and governance. So as you can see from the chart in the slide, Garuda Indonesia applied 5 principles. First, transparency, accountability, responsibility, independence, and fairness. So as part of the implementation of such commitment, the Garuda Indonesia continues to make assessment or measurements on the good corporate governance implementation each year, in which the result of the assessment or measurement are submitted to the general meeting of shareholder and published in the company's annual report. The company believes that the application of good corporate governance will support the achievement of corporate objectives and provide added value for shareholders. And then for the next slide, objectives and strategies. So objectives are the main goals to be achieved by a particular entity. In this case, PT Garuda Indonesia's main goal is to become a company in the field of sustainable air transportation with customer satisfaction centered service. PT Garuda Indonesia also has the goal of increasing profits and maximizing profits for shareholders. Of course, without the compromising the main value priority, namely customers, by upholding friendliness. So the level of efficiency and effectiveness of the company's strategy in order to achieve its main objective or goal, the entity will create a strategy within a certain period of time. This strategy is a comprehensive approach regarding the design and implementation of an activity in order to achieve the main objective of an entity. So the last part of the first task from the assignment, measurement and performance. So in this final project, we use key performance indicators to measure Garuda Indonesia. So first, market share is an indicator that can be used to determine progress and how good the quality of the performance of a company when compared to other competitors. In this case, we choose 2020. Garuda Indonesia's market share on domestic routes increased by 2.8%. On the other hand, Garuda Indonesia market share for international routes decreased by 2.19% when compared to data from 2019. In 2020, Garuda Indonesia flew to more than 48 domestic routes and 22 international routes, of which flights with international routes also exceeded 12 countries. So Next, we use unit sales growth from sales. So it is an important indicator for the company itself. So in this case, positive sales growth will of course have a positive impact, attract investors' attention, and increase the income earned. In 2019, Garuda Indonesia earned 4.33 billion in operating revenues. Then in 2020, income from Garuda increased by 5.59%, so that its revenue reached 4.57 billion. This was due to an increase in scheduled flight by 244.8 million or 6.92%. And other operating revenues also growing by 15.8 million or 2.82%.